Hey everybody, Will Watson with South Hills Rifle Range with a good friend of mine.
I'm Dale Robinson with Evolved Ballistics.
The other day we were out at South Hills Rifle Range and we had a very good opportunity. We had a couple students that stayed late after a class and we wanted to put a video together showing the lack of point of impact shift that we see with the Proof Research carbon fiber barrels. Dale, exactly what are we trying to look for when we say lack of point of impact shift?
Well, point of impact shift can typically be observed when you fire a couple shots from a cold bore. As the barrel heats up, additional bullets will strike in a line walking away from the original group. That they may walk as much as a couple inches over a 6, 7, 8 shot group, or as little as maybe an inch. But typically you will see them walk in sequence away from the group. That's what we typically observe and would call point of impact shift. We don't see that with proof barrels.
We've ran lots of rounds through the carbon fiber barrels and we haven't seen it before, but y'all watch the video.
Yep.
Okay, we have 4 shooters lined up and we're going to fire in sequence one after the other. Each of us is going to aim at the tip of the center diamond. As you can see, the second strike is in position 2 on the right hand side. Third shooter will shoot the bottom point. Fourth shooter will shoot the left point. And we're not trying to shoot tiny groups. In fact, one of these guns has a shot out throat, but we want to demonstrate whether or not we get strings walking away from the group.
We have everybody waiting on the slow shooter here on the end right now. Everybody's shooting hunting rifles too. These are all lightweight rifles. These are by no means precision bench rest rifles.
Yeah, I think 3 of us are shooting off of Atlas bipods, and maybe one off of a sandbag, but these are hunting setups. Just the rifles that happen to be here.
Our conditions this day were not perfect either. It was getting on up in the morning. We had some mirage. That's the main reason why we didn't shoot at 200 yards. It was fairly windy as well.
The wood we have behind the targets kind of blows up sometimes. You can see it tore a pretty big hole at position number 2. See later it'll tear a hole at position number 3 as well. Again, what we're watching for is if we suddenly have subsequent shots start walking away from the group.
None of these groups are fantastic by any means, but as you can see, the group doesn't string. It may have a shot come away from the center of point of impact, but the next shot most of the time comes right back toward the center. That would be called the human error.
Or a flyer.
Or a flyer. Could be the guy reloading the bullets too.
Watch position number 2. He's got a nice hole there, and he fires a shot or two that you almost can't tell he fired through, but he went right through the same hole.
That guy's he's a student, but he's shooting a 6.5 284 that Josh has, and it's absolutely fabulous rifle. He does not do the rifle justice.
Come on. You shouldn't say that.
Well,
you shouldn't say that.
that rifle will put him in the same hole.
You can't say that. He's a student, man.
Yeah,
you can't say he doesn't do the rifle justice. Come on, man.
Hey, man, he's learning.
Come on, man.
He said it. Right. He said it himself. Yeah,
that's not
much
right.
Time. Yeah.
That's just not right, man.
He's still shooting pretty good.
Well, yeah, he's shooting good. You can't tell how good because the hole's blown out, but he's shooting him in a pretty tight group.
To be honest, though, I've seen that rifle put 4 or 5 shots through the same hole. So.
Oh, I know. Well, he's in the same hole. It's just a big hole. Actually, Will, you've got the worst group on the paper.
I have to get my measuring device out.
Well, that's with that burnout throat. But see, now he threw one there, so he saved you. He saved you.
Oh, you talking about Steele's group up at the top?
Well, the one, he just threw one up top, yeah.
Definitely not the prettiest groups I've ever
Looks
seen.
like the student threw one there. Mine just blew up the paper. It must have mixed the wood underneath there and blew up the paper.
Yeah, it'll do that. That'll sure annoy you when you're shooting a real tight group and then you have the paper blow up on you.
I know.
As you can see here, none of our groups are streaking in any direction. We may have one of them falls outside of the group.
Yeah, watch the top one where he threw that shot out left. The next shot goes right into the middle. Right back into the original.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any other questions about point of impact shift, we have a couple postings from third parties on our Facebook site, Evolve Ballistics LLC. Have a look. If you have any questions, give us a call.
Thanks, guys. See y'all down the trail.